Hey,
Hello.
Nova's on.
Yes, Nova is on. Um,
Hey, welcome guys, welcome.
let me just pull up my thing, make sure it's all working.
Stream
We are
is coming online.
we are live in the his house.
There we are.
Welcome to Pro Fox Talks Thanksgiving edition.
Thanksgiving edition.
Now you're probably wondering
Yes,
out there,
sirree.
we're in a new studio. Well, it's not really a studio. It's our
It's more of
long
a
lost.
dining room.
Well, it's our long lost uncle's former removed loft. How do you like our uncle's former removed loft?
I like the pumpkin pie. I
Well, I
could
do
totally
too.
use that.
Yes. Ooh, ooh. Let's try not to pick up the food because you're gonna make everything worse. Because this world, you can't pick
I
up
use the
anything.
force.
You gotta use the force. It will not be good. But pumpkin pie is really good.
Okay, the pumpkin pie just went flying
Yeah,
somewhere.
well, see, this is
I
your own
have no
fault. I
idea
told you
where it
not to
went.
pick this. This is going to be backlash from all of us. Okay, let's not eat the
I'm just
food.
gonna stop touching anything on the table. I'm just gonna
Yes,
stop touching anything on the
don't
table.
don't do
So
it. It's not appropriate. Okay, they will get very angry. Now things are starting to vibrate for me. Thanks, bro. Jeez. Okay, so
maybe it's just an earthquake. It might
yeah,
just be an earthquake passing through, you know?
Thanksgiving earthquake coming. You know. Somebody already ate a meal at their nephew's house, so now they're coming over here, and now we can just hear the vibrations of the fatness. Yep, totally. Well, whatevs. Welcome, guys.
So
Today
how you guys doing?
we're due. So today you can obviously see we are in a Thanksgiving mood. I mean, except for the ham, that's weird because I don't think ham's part of Thanksgiving. But
Oh,
we
it
got
is.
we got the turkey. It's not part of my Thanksgiving. I'm sorry. That's weird.
Well, it's part of mine.
Well, good for you, champ. You did it. Okay. for
Victory.
normal for normal people like us, we usually do turkey, unless if you're pro, you do ham too. I don't know. See, to
Well, we
me,
do both. We do both. We do ham and we do turkey. Normally.
that seems like a overreaction. Like during Christmas, you do the same exact thing.
Um, yeah, sometimes. It's like on occasion. Usually the ham, not so much the turkey
I
on
do.
Christmas.
I remember us having lamb one time, which I was pretty good.
Mm,
But I
that
kind of
must have
like,
been great.
yeah, it was good. But like, I don't know. It's like turkey's so much better than lamb to me. I don't know. You only have turkey a couple times a year. You really can't just like be like, I'm gonna diss the turkey on Turkey Day. Yeah, see, you see how messed up that sounds? That sounds really messed up. Okay. So
Hey,
today,
can't have
guys,
Thanksgiving without turkey.
our topic today is going to be about this wonderful food on here. And well, not just here, except for the thing down there which I'm allergic to. But we're gonna be talking about a bunch of different things here about Thanksgiving. And then today is going to be all about the food. And then the next day, what we're going to do is we're going to plan on having a thank you. So look on Twitter. We're going to have thank you comments coming in. Well, probably not because we only have like 3 people watching the show. But we will try to put it on Twitter, and we will try our best to get this thing to work. Because to tell you the truth, we should all be thankful for something on Thanksgiving. Okay?
Especially this year.
Especially this year, I agree. So, wait, Christmas. No, no Christmas. There is no Christmas. This is not Christmas. This is a
Christmas,
completely...
let's get through Thanksgiving first, and
Yeah.
then we can talk about Christmas.
Okay, so let's first talk about Thanksgiving. Okay. Maybe this is an
Yep.
unpopular opinion, but I think Thanksgiving is an underrated holiday. Okay? this is exactly for all you people out there going, oh, it's almost Christmas. It's like, no, you got to go through Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is just as good as Christmas. Okay?
I like Thanksgiving. That's up there with my top favorite holidays.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Thanksgiving is like my favorite holiday, and mostly it's because of the food. Let's face the facts. We're gonna go with food. And my roommate just came home.
Food
so I'm
is
gonna be yelled at. So, here comes my roommate.
Live on stream.
I'll be right back.
Live
Just
on
keep
stream,
going.
guys.
What?
Please never see Mr. Gray again.
Why?
Because you left the front door open again.
No boy.
It was wide open. It was open.
So how's your Thanksgiving?
It was ajar.
Tell us in the comments. Share your stories. What's your favorite part of Thanksgiving? Is it the food? Is it the people? Is it everything that's, that Thanksgiving brings you?
Can't handle it.
Let us know in the comments. What makes Thanksgiving awesome for you guys?
Okay.
Have to meow and wait for me, that's all. Because you can't feed it. Because you can't handle
Okay.
locking the door.
Yeah.
And you don't even care. It's like, oh, well.
Okay, Fuji, are you suggesting that we should be singing a Thanksgiving song?
I mean, this time you left it ajar.
Because I can't sing very well.
It was ajar. It was open.
I could try playing some Thanksgiving music, but then I'd probably get, turned off the air due to copyright infringement and all that.
I know you don't care.
Safety and safety of my property is.
I'll never feed Mr. Gray again, okay?
Why can't you just lock the door?
It was an
It's
accident.
shut. That's what we have. We have this conversation all the
Oh,
time,
jeez.
man.
I know, but I'm done feeding Mr. Gray, okay? Never happen again.
Because you can't fucking lock the door.
I understand.
No, you don't.
I do
Awkward.
understand. I'm never feeding Gray again, okay? Never again. I'll never feed him again.
So Thanksgiving. Food is number one for me. Usually food. Number two, family. All the people you get to see. Usually people you haven't seen in a long time. That's always nice. And pretty much those are the main two staples of my Thanksgiving experience.
Mr. Gray. I'll never feed him
That's
again,
what I look
okay?
forward to the most.
Because now the door was open, Dan. Door is wide open.
I know.
And today we're talking about food mostly, but we might go into that as well,
Yeah, but Dan,
depending on if we had time or not.
behind him and kicked the vestibule door up and ruined the vestibule.
Okay, I'll never feed Mr. Gray again, because that's what happened. I fed Mr. Gray.
I can't see why you can't feed him and lock the door. I mean, we're not talking rocket science from it, Dan.
I know.
I mean, stupidity? I don't know.
His roommate ain't the greatest. Sometimes.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys.
There you go.
God,
That's cool.
my roommate doesn't.
You can't really control a situation like that.
Yeah. Forgot to unlock the door again. But whatever, who cares? We're here to talk about Thanksgiving. As my roommate bitches and moans all the damn time.
Thanksgiving, food,
Okay.
the whole 9 yards.
So,
Hey, Ganvolo, how you doing?
so
Oh yeah, the parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That's a good one.
okay.
We always have that playing in the background.
So, okay, guys. Where were we? I'm sorry, my dumbass. Okay. So here's.
Well,
what-
we were talking about food, so.
Yeah. So let me tell you something, okay? Like I was saying before my roommate sadly interrupted me as per usual. The one thing that I love about Thanksgiving is the food, the friends, and the family. You get all of this stuff at the same exact time. Why wouldn't you love that? I mean, it's a no-brainer. It really is. It's kind of like getting going to a restaurant and then going, "Hey, you want food for free?" And then you go, "Hell yeah, I want food for free." And then you get all this food for free.
And a lot of the time, you kind of go from house to house. Sometimes you have a year where you're just, you're not the host, so you just travel, and you just go from house to house to house in your entire family, and you get different food at every house.
So,
And you just hit all the different houses.
is
That's
it
always a good time too.
is it true that your driving gets affected by eating? I have a funny feeling
I
we're gonna
don't
have
think
this-
so.
we're gonna have another argument here.
I've never heard that theory. I've never heard that theory.
Here he comes.
I could see where you'd be kind of like sluggish and stuff. I don't know. I've never heard of that theory. I am unfamiliar with that particular theory.
See, I heard like this is like when I was growing up that they say if you eat too much food, it's like drunk driving because you're too tired and you can't focus on the road.
I think that's more in line with like the old, don't go swimming after you eat until like an hour or something, or a half hour.
So
Otherwise, you'll get a cramp and drown.
so it's basically just a theory, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think I can see where other factors would play into that, such as like how tired you are, if you didn't get any sleep, if you've been driving a long distance, that the other factors would apply to that other than just eating. I mean, unless you're a narcoleptic, and then you're pretty much
Then
doomed.
you probably shouldn't be driving at all if you're a narc.
Exactly. But
We do not promote any narcoleptic people to be driving in the middle of a freeway because you don't want to be passing out halfway through your drive. That definitely not
unless
be
you got a
thing.
Tesla, if you drive a Tesla and you got the auto drive, maybe you'll survive a little bit longer. But
But the funny thing about a Tesla, just imagine if a narcoleptic was driving a Tesla and they basically slept all that way on the highway. So you're basically going down a highway and like 80 miles later your car stops because there goes the battery and now you're stuck on the side of the road. I don't know. That's just a thought. I don't know.
Fuji said, Fuji's telling me that there's a chemical.
Thanksgiving, though.
There's a chemical in the turkey that makes you sleepy.
Well, yeah.
Which that's
obviously.
true. It's not melatonin. It's not melatonin though. He said it was melatonin.
No, I
It's
don't
actually
think it's
a
melatonin.
chemical composition. It's called tryptophan.
Yeah, tryptophan. So really the question I have here is it dangerous to like go driving after eating a huge Thanksgiving meal? Especially, I love white turkey, but I think that's where most of the tryptophan comes in, like white turkey.
Yeah.
So I wonder if I would be driving down the road, I'll be going ponk because I'll be sleeping. So I'm hoping not. So
I don't think so. It doesn't really make you that tired. I mean, unless you have any pre-existing medical condition or you were like really tired from a long drive and you can't sleep, like you'd be fatigued, then you might be affected by the tryptophan. But I mean, tryptophan, you have to eat a lot of turkey. Like you'd have to eat like half the turkey probably to get like any noticeable effects, I think, from the tryptophan.
Well, I have no clue, but I guess it. But I don't know. I just remember hearing that when I was like a little kid, and I always thought it was like, it must be some sort of merit to it, because you're constantly eating food, and then you go driving.
Mm.
I don't
You know what it is it probably happened to somebody. Like somebody told somebody who heard it from somebody who had an uncle who died in a car crash or something because he ate too much turkey. It's probably like one of those deals,
Ate too
like a
much.
legend or
I
a
don't know.
story passed down
Who knows?
through time. I don't know. That's
So-
my guess.
Okay, so let's start off with the basics, okay, of Thanksgiving. Okay, we got the food. So
Okay.
how does your parents cook the food, or how do you cook the how do you cook the turkey? Let's start with the turkey. See, okay, now
Oh, classic.
before we continue, if you want to see how I cook the turkey, you can go back into my later shows where I cook a turkey
Mm-hmm.
live. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't watch that one. No.
well, I had a Thanksgiving special about um, basically cooking a turkey. So, yeah, I
Huh.
did that.
I'll have to look for
Very,
that.
very funny story going on there. So, um, yeah, so, but I was only cooking little turkey breasts. They weren't really like full on this kind of turkey. So,
It wasn't the whole bird.
no, because I can't, I'm not eating that. I can't eat that. And I don't think anyone should eat that. Whatever. And I did it in my fursuit. So, anybody who said that fursuiters can't cook in their fursuit, then you're completely wrong. So let's see. But yeah, okay. So how does your parents cook the turkey?
Okay, so it's always done in the oven. We always usually get like a 22 pounder
So you don't deep fry.
because that's how
Good
much
to
we
know.
go through.
Okay.
No, we don't deep fry because that was always considered hazardous to your health. Because deep frying turkey always ends in like either an explosion, burning scalding oil, or a fire that burns your house down.
I think.
It's very dangerous to deep fry a turkey.
I agree.
You have to know how to do it right. But most of the accidents happen when they throw the turkey frozen. They'll keep the turkey frozen for some reason or another. Then they throw it in the deep fryer, and it actually causes it to basically blow up like a bomb.
That would not be good. But continue
So,
on how you're finishing the turkey.
so usually it's in like one of those pans, and it's usually like stuffing, the bread stuffing that you put in, and then do all that with all the herbs and stuff, and it's usually like a butter, lots of butter, and you just kind of constantly keep drizzling the butter over the turkey over a period of time. I think they add garlic too. There's some garlic in there and a few other spices too. It's really good.
Not giving away all your secrets, huh? Okay. Even if
Trade
our
secrets.
viewers,
Trade secrets.
even if our viewers want to see you make a turkey. No kidding.
I don't think you'd want to see me make a turkey. I don't think it would come out very well.
Oh my god, bro, you're like,
I generally leave that up to the professionals.
okay. Okay. So what? Okay, so this is something that I have to say. There's always this trope here.
hmm
Are you a white meat guy or a dark meat guy?
I prefer the white. I like the white meat.
Okay, good. So you prefer being more healthy, basically. Good for you.
I just like
So-
it better. I just like better.
It's funny. My roommate's parents, they basically all love dark meat, and I don't understand. Like dark meat is not all that good. It's fattening, and it's just basically It's just I don't know. It kind of what can I like? It's kind of stringy too. Unlike white
Yeah,
meat.
the texture's different. The composition and texture are different.
Yeah.
See, I always like the white meat because I like the texture better.
Yeah. I agree. So
But you gotta do the brown gravy too. Brown gravy is like, you gotta have the brown gravy.
well, obviously can't have that.
Right here.
You can't have turkey without having brown gravy smothered in it. It's so good.
Exactly.
It's what is it? Sweet corn. I love sweet corn on there too. You know, like the stuff that you drizzle over.
Yeah, we usually have that as on a side. We usually have that on the side.
On the side. You don't just put it in. Man, bro, you don't know what you're missing. I put that darn stuff on it. If I could put that darn stuff on anything, I'd put it on everything. I love that stuff.
Nice.
So, but okay. See if we have any other comments here. We have.
Yes, questions, comments.
It is true a turkey makes you tired
Food.
Or
We're talking
is that
food. Let's fill those
just
comments up with
an
food.
urban legend? No, no. Turkey does make you tired. It makes you tired. It makes you fall asleep. If you eat too much of it, it can make you pass out. I
But
agree with that.
but you really have to eat too much.
You got to eat a lot of turkey. You got to be the guy who's like at the party and says, "This turkey's mine. Nobody's touched a damn turkey," and then like just start consuming it in large amounts.
And then just runs away with it under his shoulder.
Two reasons why I don't recommend that. Number one, you'll never be invited to a Thanksgiving ever again because people will be like, "Hey, that's that guy who's crazy," and he was like, "Give me all the turkey." And then number two,
It's like who invited that guy again?
I think it was Joe.
It's like who even was that guy? Who even was that guy? Like, I mean, you could just show up to random people's houses and just say, "I'm Uncle Bob."
Like,
I mean, everyone has an Uncle Bob, right?
Instead of a wedding crasher, it's a Thanksgiving crasher. Yeah, you know.
And they'll be like, "Hey, I don't know you." I'm like, and then you can be like,
Yeah,
"Hey, I'm Uncle Bob."
I'm Uncle Bob. You know, Uncle Bob, the guy who installed your refrigerator last week. Yeah, Uncle Bob. Yeah, you know me. See, somebody just said in the comments, turkey is like alcohol.
Not really. It does not.
I don't
It doesn't
know,
affect
man.
you in quite that. It doesn't affect you in the same way, though.
Well, it doesn't make you like drunk and silly and goofy.
Yeah.
I never really ate turkey.
Like it
and
might
said,
make
"No, I
you
can't
slightly
even walk."
tired, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but okay. So let's get away from the turkey. Okay. And let's go.
Let's talk about sides.
Yeah, let's talk about sides. Okay. So
Because one of the big ones. I was gonna say one of the big ones that we do here is butternut squash.
Ew, doesn't sound.
If you've ever had that, oh my God, it's so good.
Not a huge fan of squash. I can never really get involved with squash.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome, dude.
No, I'm just not a big.
Oh yeah,
squash
mashed
guy.
potatoes, cornbread. Oh yeah, that's right, Fuji. Cornbread is good.
Okay, so
I like cornbread too.
I don't know about you guys, but my favorite side is obviously stuffing. You can't have Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. I mean, that's part of the turkey. It's part of that's like Thanksgiving. What it's about is the stuffing.
Yeah,
That's like one of the staples.
I agree 100%. You can't have Thanksgiving without saying stuffing. Stuffing is amazing,
Exactly.
and it's probably like the best thing that ever was invented. I love stuffing.
Especially when you mix it with the gravy.
So, yeah. So
With everything mixed up.
So,
It's good.
but I also really like. Have you ever had corn pudding?
I have never had that.
Oh my gosh, corn pudding is amazing. It is probably my freaking favorite.
What does that
thing.
consist of?
Corn and pudding. No, I'm kidding. No, it's like it's like bread.
Chocolate pudding?
No, it's like soft bread. It has corn in it,
Okay.
and it's so good.
Huh.
It's probably like
So
one of
it's
my-
like a bread pudding kind of deal?
Yeah, it's like bread pudding, but instead of being like just bread
Huh.
pudding, it's corn pudding, and it is so good. It's so sweet, and it's so freaking amazing. A couple years ago, when I was starting my job, I had like a huge container of bread pudding, and I ate that crap like for like 2 weeks, and it was amazing. It was so good. I love bread pudding. Somebody's got to at least know in the comments that bread pudding exists. I really don't. There's something.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you guys have any favorite, see, some Nova agrees with me. Bread pudding is amazing, but no, if somebody has like their
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
sides, they can write it in the comments and we'll read it. But somebody said I really do not like potatoes, though. of any sort.
Potatoes is a classic.
I love potato. You know, okay, so
I love potatoes.
I do too. I mean, you can't.
Mashed potatoes. I mean, that's one of my other sides.
You cannot have Thanksgiving without mashed potatoes. Like, mashed potatoes is amazing. I love mashed potatoes.
With extra butter and extra salt.
Oh, that sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen. But no, okay. So whenever I make mashed potatoes, I usually always like put a little bit of butter in it while it's cooking, and then I put a little pepper in it, and then a little salt. But I don't like add mountains of salt. I usually just add like a little bit to give it a little bit of a taste. But because I feel like salt can either ruin a dish or make a dish great, you know? And like mashed potatoes for me, it's like that. Because like I've been to places that where it's like you eat it and you're like, oh, this is way too much salt. And then you're basically drinking water all night. And I've been to places that like there's no salt in it and it's like, this is bland. So you gotta have the right amount of it. So
The right balance of spices.
the right balance of spices. We have a lot of it in the UK. Wow, it's good to know. I guess if you really liked, we're gonna be.
Yeah.
Now, does your family do they have like mac and cheese, like baked mac and cheese?
Yes, that's actually. It's funny you mentioned that. That's actually what we're doing this year.
I love baked mac and cheese. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing beats.
We have a special family recipe. We have a very special family recipe that's kind of been passed down, and it makes the best baked mac and cheese you'll ever have. Like, I've never met somebody who didn't like it,
Well, I mean, okay, so there's a difference.
and a lot of people have had it. A lot of people have had it.
So let me get this. Okay, Thanksgiving is also one of those holidays. If you have somebody who's really, really bad at cooking, you know, you can it can ruin your whole holiday. But you can't be a jerk and be like, "Well, your cooking sucks," you know. Like you can't go.
This is the worst Thanksgiving ever.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You ruined Thanksgiving, Uncle Bob.
You've ruined it.
How could you?
You made the worst food possible, and you basically screwed up. You did it, but like
Worst Thanksgiving
damn
ever.
it. Well, you just yeah, that's the worst Thanksgiving ever. You completely.
You want me to throw
destroyed
this too?
No, don't make it worse. But like, I might as well just get rid of that too. But no, so the
Oh,
thing
jeez.
you ruined everything, Bob. Hope you're happy, Bob.
I guess I
You're
ruined
all gonna be
Thanksgiving.
happy, Bob.
I guess I'm Uncle Bob. I guess I'm Uncle Bob right now, huh? Oh, here we go. I saved it. I saved Thanksgiving.
5-minute warning. No, I'm kidding. No, so, but yeah, like Thanksgiving's one of those holidays that you can't be mean to somebody and say that you're a terrible cook. This is the worst thing ever, you know. And
Well, yeah, that would be like the opposite of Thanksgiving. Like,
Yeah.
what's
let's
the
all give
opposite of
thanks to this
Thanksgiving? You know?
crappy meal that we're about to have. Thanks, Bob and Deborah. We know who you are. You ruined Thanksgiving to us, and you ruined everything. But like, you know, it's terrible to think because like,
Hey,
even-
Dragolfi, how you doing, man?
there's a difference. Like if you're just on your own and it's not Thanksgiving, you can tell somebody that their food tastes terrible. Are you going to be a jerk? Yes, but it's more of a jerk to say it, especially during the holidays. It's kind of like during Christmas too. Like whenever you get the wrong present, and then they're like, "Oh, this is the worst present ever." But you can't say that in front of their face.
Yeah, and they
You
throw
just
it at
go,
the person's head.
Yeah. But just imagine doing that to like a pumpkin pie. This is the worst pumpkin pie ever. And then he throw it at your head, and You're covered with
Yeah.
hopes and dreams.
Well,
of
that's how I
somebody's
started the street.
pumpkin pie.
That's what I did when the pumpkin pie is still around here somewhere on the
Yeah,
floor. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is.
You completely ruined Thanksgiving. You ruined the pumpkin pie. You did everything wrong.
I can't grab it.
You're the worst.
I can't grab it.
Let's see. One side. So we have another person saying one side I never understood is cranberry sauce. Oh, I love cranberry sauce.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
that's one of our sides. That's one of the
Cranberry
sides we
sauce
use all the
is
time.
So good. Do you guys?
Hey, Shy Guy. How you doing, buddy?
So the one thing about it is
We're just talking about food. Just fill the stream with food.
Cranberries is basically this, okay? Cranberries is good homemade, and it's also good in a can. I love the can, like the can stuff that you get.
Those are the ones we usually use.
And it's like, they look like it's in the shape of a can, and then you plop it, and it goes crap. And then all of a sudden,
it just goes right in the tray. And you're like, wow, this looks great.
It doesn't look appetizing, and then when you cut it up, you're like, this is really good. I put that crap on my turkey. I put that in gravy. That's probably one of my favorite things.
Pumpkin pie.
Wow, I can't believe we got it back.
I found it.
What is that, like the 30-minute rule? We can eat it now. It's for 30 minutes.
Well, yeah, I just thought the pie would cool faster on the floor if I threw it on the floor, you know?
That's good. This is...
Now it's nice and cool.
So random. Let's see. So, according to...
Jagofi does not like cranberry sauce, he says.
Oh my gosh. What are you guys? Are you guys okay? Come on, guys. You gotta think about this, okay?
Cranberries are good. They're good.
Amazing. Especially cranberry. There's a couple food that I do not like. I do not like sweet potatoes. I hate sweet potatoes. I've tried
really?
Sweet potatoes.
That's like a staple in my house. That's like a staple.
Not in my house.
We do sweet potato. Mashed sweet potato, usually.
No. I do not like sweet potato. I feel like sweet potatoes are probably one of the worst possible things. If you bring me sweet potatoes, I'm gonna just be like, no, thank you. Even sweet potato pie, which I never understood was a pie, because it's kind of like a dish, but like sweet potato pie too is terrible to me too. It doesn't matter how much brown sugar you put in that crap, I'm not gonna eat it. Okay, I'm not gonna eat it. It's not gonna happen.
Well, you could always do like salt and pepper too, or you could do butter. Butter helps everything. Butter is like the key. Like butter just makes everything better for Thanksgiving.
Butter. Oh,
Yep.
So like, why don't you just like serve
if
your
you're
guests logs of butter and be like, here's what you get.
Bon
appetit.
That's kind of what my house does look like at Thanksgiving. I mean, we're all about the butter in my house.
Oh my gosh! How have you had a heart attack yet? Oh my gosh! You put
I don't know.
in you put like a boatload of salt, and then you put like butter in everything. That seems a little ridiculous. It seems like you're gonna die one of these days. I'm gonna be like, what happened to Pro? Oh yeah, he had like 2 butter bars or something. That's what you call them at your house, right? Butter bars. You just pop open the thing. Oh. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like the butter stick challenge. Have you ever seen the butter stick challenge?
The butter stick. No, I don't want to know what the butter stick challenge is. I've already tried the... You remember like back then, and this was actually during Thanksgiving. You remember like the cracker challenge where it's like you have to eat 6 crackers under a minute, and it's like the saltine crackers?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't recall that.
Well, whenever I was living in Altoona, this was like right before Thanksgiving, and this is where this whole crave started hitting. And me and my uncle were like, "Oh man, that's so easy. We're gonna do this." And I remember eating like probably like a whole pack of it, just trying to get the damn thing to work, and I couldn't do it. Number one, because it's so it's so salty and stuff. But afterwards, I felt like I was gonna have a heart attack because I was like, I had so much sugar, not sugar, salt in me. I'm like, boy, my blood pressure just went up by 30 points or 50 points. It's like crazy. I remember like, it was terrible. But like I feel like that's your house. It's like add salt to it, add butter to it. We're all good. You're not gonna die.
Yeah, life's good. Life's good, man.
Life's good.
Butter. Yeah, you take your butter, you dip it in the potatoes. You take the stick of butter, you dip it in your potatoes. You have a bite, you know. You use the butter like a fork. I am kidding. Don't use your butter like a fork.
Let me tell you something. Any recommendations on this show, just don't do. Let's face the facts here. We're not geniuses. I mean, the guy eats freaking
I'm not
butter
exactly
bars.
a 5-star chef.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I can actually cook, and I've cooked before. And, you know...
I've seen your cooking. It's really impressive.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But, okay, so... Whenever you start out a Thanksgiving Day, though, and I've done this before, that where it's like, on Thanksgiving Day, it's all about food, and you should just pig out all day. You know, you got the people who like basically starve themselves until Thanksgiving dinner. Don't do that. That's a stupid idea. If you want more fat in there and you want more turkey in there, don't do that. Because your mind, it can't process that unless if you can get leftovers. If you can invest in leftovers, then you're set golden because you can just have it the next day and then you're living all Thanksgiving all over again. But if you want to eat as much as possible, just eat a light breakfast. Like I usually on Thanksgiving Day, which I usually have toast. I have a light toast. That way, whenever I sit down for Thanksgiving and start eating, I'm usually hungry, but not too hungry. Not where, like, after I eat, like, 2 spoonfuls, I'm going, ooh, you know. So, don't starve yourself, okay? That's the tip number 1. Boy, I feel very fat for knowing all this crap. Okay. Number 2.
I'm Dashing Fox, and this is my TED Talk.
This is my TED Talk about food. You gotta make sure you're eating that proper amount of food. Because if you don't, then you're gonna screw yourself.
Don't get fat. Don't be fat.
So, there's that, okay? Number 2. Whenever you're about to eat, you want to be the last person in line, okay? Now, it might sound crazy, but the last person in line gets to pick out whatever they want without that grandmother who goes, "That's so much food. That's a pig. You're being a very big pig right now." No. You want to make sure everybody's cleared out or got their food, and then you establish the food because there won't be that grandmother or somebody going, "You're going to save room for everybody else?" It's like, no. So just get the food last. That way you don't have to do the embarrassment. Because see, in my house, whenever I was growing up, okay, we had a table, not like this, but we had like a round table, you know. And we would like first start in the kitchen, and then we would line up like we're in prison. I used to always call it the prison Thanksgiving. Because we would.
That's funny.
We wouldn't have we would have some things at the table, but not a lot. So we would line up, and then we would always get our food. And I would always be the last one to get the food because of that scenario. Now, also, too, if you're in a house like me, the last person can't sit down at a table. They got to go to the living room. So you get your Thanksgiving meal in front of a TV so you don't have to hear all your relatives complaining and moaning about some sort of, you know, something. Like, I remember being at the dinner table once, and I got kicked out. Okay, this is a true story. So we were all sitting at the dinner table, and my grandmother got like these really cheap plastic forks. And so my dad was eating, and I was eating, everybody was eating. And my dad kept breaking them. The very first time, it's like, oh, that just happens. Second time, the freaking fork flew across the table. I started to laugh. Okay, and my Gram's getting all angry because I'm like busting up a cow here. And at the time, I have problems with my allergies, so snot's coming down my nose, and they're like, "Oh, gee, we can't have him." So after that whole entire experience, I got kicked out of the dinner table, all because of my father didn't know how to freaking use a fork without breaking the damn thing. And I remember that so well because I just remember the look at my Gram's face, like, we are never eating at this dinner table again. You go sit in the living room. And then the following, 3 years, that's all the talk would be. You remember that one time when Dashing had the snot coming out of his nose? Good time. So, never, the tip that I have here is, if you can avoid embarrassing yourself, just avoid it. Try your best to avoid it. But yeah, no, it was definitely not a good time, especially for all that. So, let me see if we have any comments. Dashing versus most noble fox for the round table. No, I can't do that. I'm not noble. But no, so, but all I have to say
Shy Guy hates sweet corn.
Oh, what? Okay, so we have a friend here that, Shy Guy. He eats everything. The only thing he eats is, fish and chips. I swear, he probably has that crap, on speed dial, fish and chips. It's
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
who doesn't like sweet corn? I love sweet corn. Sweet corn is so amazing. I put that crap on everything.
That's probably a texture thing, you know?
A texture thing? What?
Yeah.
What? No. Can't be a texture thing. You're missing out on life, Shy Guy. Go get a therapist to sort this crap out. No, I'm kidding. But no. I don't know. I love sweet corn. But, so...
I mean, that's one thing we always have on the side is sweet corn. Sweet corn, green peas, all the good stuff, you know?
Oh my gosh. I'm already getting hungry. I can't... See, so... I don't know about you whenever it comes to the holidays and all this other stuff that goes on. Do you have to travel a lot, or do you just basically... Oh, darn it, I keep hitting my microphone.
Not very far.
Sorry about that, guys.
Most of my family lives pretty close by, so I mean the most I'd have to drive is probably an hour.
An hour? Well, that's convenient.
Yeah. Yeah. So it works out pretty good.
For me, I have to drive 3 hours, and it's I want to go and see my parents, but do I want to drive 3 hours and then come back the next day to work? I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Still debating about it. It's like Christmas too. It's Christmas is the same exact thing. It's do I want to drive? Do I want to drive that long to get to here? And it's it's terrible. It's a terrible thing. But no. So, speaking of family, okay, and we're gonna get into the thank part again on Tuesday, guys. So we're not going to go full on thanking everything. How would you rate your family? Is it huge, or is it kind of small?
Pretty darn big, I'd have to say. It can get very ginormous.
Okay, how many average people do you have at your Thanksgiving parties?
Usually anywhere from 15 to 25 people to, I mean, sometimes, I think the biggest one we had, probably more than 30 people.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Because I got a lot of big families in my extended family, so.
So, for me, my family...
Even just my immediate family is enormous, so.
My family is not big. It's not big at all. It's got maybe... Oh, let's see. Me and my sister... I probably only have maybe about, 12 immediate family. It's not really big.
Mm-hmm.
We have family that lives
That's
in
not
Michigan.
bad.
We have family that lives in Seattle. We have we have family like all over, but they're not like in generally spot area, which
Hmm.
I don't know. Like I wouldn't expect somebody coming from Seattle to Pennsylvania just to get food and then leave, unless if they're planning on staying the whole
Yeah.
month.
Well, that's a really long drive.
Yeah. Well, not just to drive, but even a
That'll
plane
take
ticket.
you. Yeah, that'll take you a good amount of time.
So, yeah, but no, there's a lot
Most
of
of my
other.
family's here in like Massachusetts, so
Oh, okay. So you don't have like any family like outside of
so we're
Massachusetts?
we're all pretty close by.
So,
I do extended family out, and I have extended family out in Texas and out in Florida and
sounds
mostly
cool.
out that way.
Okay.
One in Arizona. I have a cousin in Arizona.
That seems kind of weird. Like Arizona? Like, huh. But okay, so
Yeah, well, he's in the Air Force. Yeah,
oh. Well, that's the reason why. Nobody just goes to Arizona without like you either go to Phoenix or you go to Arizona. And nobody ever goes to
yeah.
Arizona unless if they're unwilling to go to Arizona. Like it's kind of like a it it's kind of like Idaho. Who the hell wants to go to Idaho?
Yeah.
Like nobody goes, "My destination is Idaho." That sounds great. Like nobody.
I want to be a potato baron.
I want to be a potato
I'm
farmer.
moving to Idaho.
I want to be a potato
Hey,
farmer.
I'd be very happy. I would be perfectly happy being a potato baron in Idaho
What is a
because I love
potato baron
potatoes.
anyways?
So I don't know. I just kind of made it up on the
Oh,
spot.
so you lie.
I guess a guy who farms potatoes for a living and makes a profit at it.
Wouldn't that just be called a potato farmer? You know, I would just like to see the money that they make just for Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know, can you imagine how much money they actually make during those two holidays? Like, I guarantee you they make
Well,
like
it's probably like
bank.
their busiest. It's probably their busiest season of the year.
Well,
That's where
probably
you get make the money. That's where you pull in all your profit after you've been farming. The whole time.
you know what? I finally figured out what Thanksgiving is. It's just a plot to get your money by potato farmers. Wow. What a revelation.
Darn farmers!
Darn,
I knew it.
darn you farmers. You're taking advantage of poor people like me.
You take advantage of us, and in your time, you change the time all the time. With that
Yeah, what's up with that?
savings time,
Why do I
daylight
have to
savings
change
time,
my damn
stupid
clock?
farmers. Because of you farmers.
You freaking
My
farmers.
gosh.
I love you farmers.
What is this world coming to?
I don't know. Okay, let's see.
We are farmers. Da, 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 da.
Okay, wow. We're not sponsors. I mean, facts. If somebody would.
Don't
if-
sue us.
Yeah. Don't sue us.
You can sponsor us if you want.
Yeah, if you want to. We can be.
We'd love to have extra sponsors.
We could be your Sheba crew. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
Totally. Yep.
Just send as much money as you can
We're
to.
going way off topic here. Okay, hold on. So, so family. Okay, do you have now? This might be a hot take. Do you have the one family member? You don't have to say his name or anything, but do you have the one family member who like, pisses you off all the time?
um, kind of, but he's not really involved with the family so much anymore. So,
Huh. But like, I
like,
mean,
even
like,
his own family doesn't involve with him.
oh no, that's fine. That's fine. But I mean, like, like now, like when you're sitting at the dinner table, like this Thanksgiving, it's like, do you ever like stop and think and go, man, it's that guy. I really don't want to see that guy. Like, I feel like
Not really. I mean, we don't really invite the people that we don't really like or get along with like that.
Well,
You know?
I mean, obviously, okay, but there. Okay, so Thanksgiving's different though, or like Christmas. You have to invite some of these people because they're part of your family. You can't just be like a jerk and be like, "You can't come because we don't like you." You know, like this isn't a social like hodgepodge of what you don't like and what you do like. But like there's one relative that I hate, and it's like when I'm at Thanksgiving, I want to be talking about good things. Friends,
Hmm.
family, how you doing, weather. Well, it could be even sports, whatever. But you get that one jerk
Hmm.
who like talks politics, and you're like, oh man, here we go. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to go on a long rant about how terrible everything is. It's like, I hate that. You know, like family. It's supposed to be
I
family and
can't really
friends.
remember that ever happening to me at a Thanksgiving, though.
Really? What? No, you're
Yeah,
lying. That's a lie.
no, not really. I can't recall
You
any
don't have that.
particular time where.
You don't have that one insane relative that like goes on a politic standpoint, and it's like, oh God, here we go again. I don't
Not
want to hear
really. I
that.
mean, we don't really, and people like that, we don't really like have around for like Thanksgiving. Usually it's just
So,
my immediate family and like occasionally a cousin or an uncle or but we don't usually invite, extended family like
well, I'm not talking about like extended family, but I mean like your niece, your nephews, like your your grandpa, your grandmother, stuff like that. That's what I mean. I don't mean like you're going to like your 14th cousin that lives in Minnesota. Like
twice removed.
yeah, twice removed. All because he said poopy, and then it was like, oh, I can't talk about that. No. But no, like,
Never inviting that person again.
yeah. So,
Not really. I can't recall any particular Thanksgiving where that situation came about though. Like I
so,
guess we're just not very politically motivated during the
but
holidays.
no, so like, I wasn't just thinking of that. There's somebody in my chat here that basically says that he has an aunt that it could be a really sunny day out, and she hates everything about it. And it's like she's
Oh,
always pissed.
a Buzz Killington.
Yeah,
Buzz Killington.
a Buzz Killington. There you go. That's a good name. Like cause like I have my relatives that do that too, but like I feel like if you're at like Thanksgiving, couple things you shouldn't be talking about. Number one, like it's politics. You shouldn't be talking about politics.
Hmm.
I understand everybody has their view. Everybody
Exactly.
has the right to say their view, but during Thanksgiving, don't be that asshole. Number two, you don't talk
Yeah.
about money. You don't talk about money around the dinner table.
Yeah.
Like that'd be like me going up. Oh, by
That's
the
never
way,
come up, thank gosh.
yeah. By the way, can I borrow like
Don't forget
$80?
me when you fill out your Christmas donations.
Don't forget me. Yes, yes. That's exactly what people say. They sound like an old one of those old charity guys.
Indubitably.
Indubitably. Yes. You need to have your Christmas donations and cards. Woohoo. No. So
My card better be busting with $100 bills.
I need the donation to the Dashing Foundation. I don't have that much cash. No, I'm kidding. So you don't talk about like stuff like that, because like I feel like any time that you bring up money into the mix, it becomes a problem because then
Yeah.
there's always like that one guy who goes, well, I make this much money a year, and it's like, oh God, I don't want to
Yeah.
hear about this. I don't want to hear
Exactly.
about your damn success. Like I'm happy for success. But you don't rub it in my face. You don't take that success and start going, ooh, look at that, I'm successful.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off.
You don't have money. I've got more money than you.
Look at this BMW. I have a BMW 7 Series. What do you drive? A Fiat?
You drive a Ford Focus? Wow, that's like primitive. I'm kidding. So like,
Wow, you're so pedestrian.
yeah, you're so pedestrian. You're terrible. So I feel like you don't bring up that during the dinner table. And then you also don't bring up like things that are like obvious. Like if somebody's like you can talk about like if somebody's pregnant, you could be like, "Well, congratulations. That's so nice." But like if somebody's getting a surgery, don't talk about surgery in the middle of a dinner table. Like don't.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hear that you're getting a pimple removed on your backside about like 30 times, and you're really scared about a surgery. It's like, I don't give a crap about your damn surgery. I'm trying to eat a meal here. I'm not trying to get into personal.
It's like, hey, look, a pie. Let's talk about this pie. Isn't this a nice pie?
Yeah. As you
Oh,
fall on the
shit.
floor again. You're terrible at this. But so
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
no, like I find
Well, turkey just went flying.
so I find like whenever, oh my gosh, you've ruined everything. You have officially ruined Thanksgiving. Look at this pie. It is so effed up in this world now, thanks to you. But no, like so basically, don't touch it.
I will use the force. I will use the force.
No, don't do it. Stop it. Stop. 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 Don't do it. There. Now it's all over.
No. Aw, man. Nothing gets pumpkin out.
Oh well. You'll try that club soda mix that I told you about. No, but no, so whenever don't
Haha.
don't invite pro LOL. Somebody just said don't invite you. I don't know why. But no, like so you are so don't talk about politics, money, or don't talk about how you're having a surgery and it's going to be disgusting, and it's like, I don't want to hear that during Thanksgiving, guys. Let's leave that after Thanksgiving, or you can text message
It's like,
after.
sometimes I feel it's like the only holiday you actually get to catch up with people you actually haven't seen in a very long time. So, like,
You know what? I agree
I always
with you.
thought of it as a positive experience. I always tried to look at it as more of a positive experience in that respect. I mean,
See, I agree with you 100%.
I have some cousins I don't even see until like Thanksgiving. I'll see them like once a year.
So I agree with you 100% because, okay, so during Thanksgiving, the only thing you have to worry about is food, friends, and family, right? During Christmas,
Mhm.
you've got like food, present, Christmas tree, the new fanciful thing that you want to get them. Did you get them the right gift? Did you make sure that the gift
Mhm.
is properly wrapped? Oh, I just bought them the wrong gift. Where's the return receipt? Where's it? You know, it's like it.
Mhm.
Christmas is like stressful now. Like, my opinion, the best Christmas that you could possibly have is no gifts, and you basically just show up, right? That's the way Christmas should be. It should be just you show up, you call it a day, everybody eats their food.
Mhm.
You know, maybe if you want to be nice, give somebody a little gift, you know. Now I know one
Yeah.
of my friends, they limited how much money they have to give gifts to people, which I think is stupid.
Yep.
I think that's a stupid concept because I can make you something and it's from the heart, and that's great, you know. But, you know, if I can't make something and I know it's what you want, and it's like, well, now I'm spending extra on you, that's something that should just occur by saying, yeah, that's what happens, right? You know? And then you get like you get that one person who's like, yeah, you spent way too much on that gift. Everybody said it was going to stick to $25, and you got them something for $122. That is ridiculous. It's like, dude,
I didn't always follow that protocol.
yeah, well, because everybody cares about different people the way they are in your life, okay? And it doesn't matter who it is. Like, right now, I'd probably say we're really good friends, you know?
Yeah, I'd agree.
And I'd probably say I would give you more money than somebody that I, like, you know, somebody who else is my friend that's just not as proactive. Oh, wow, which that was a pun that I didn't mean to say. But proactive in my life.
I'm a pun. I'm a
yeah,
pun.
I'm sorry. But, like, but no. So you shouldn't, number one, you shouldn't be ashamed on getting somebody a gift for something that is more when everybody else wants you to gives you a price limit, which I think is stupid. You should never give anyone a price limit. Nobody should have a price limit. You should give it like my uncle. Like me and my uncle, when I was growing up, He was really great to me, and we always hanged out and everything. So I'm going to give him a better gift than, let's say, my niece. My niece didn't really hang out with me. She basically only talked to me, like, maybe, like, 10 times a year. And then other than that, I never see her. So I'm going to give my uncle a better gift than I'm going to give my niece, because I know him more and I can give him or gauge on what I want to give him. You know? So anybody who has that rule, I think it's stupid. And that's only my personal opinion. Now, there might be other people who might be on a budget. Fine. But what about you? But let's not get into Christmas. But I'm just saying that, you know, and it's the same. It's the same way with Thanksgiving, right? If you have a friend, if you have somebody who comes over that, like, you really care about, you're going to hang out with them more than that nephew that you only see once.
Exactly.
You know, it's like you can't gauge it, you know? It's like...
Yeah, I mean, a lot can happen in a year when you don't see somebody, you know? Especially, like, when they go off somewhere, you know, and they're pursuing their own things, and then you see them and they come back and they're, like, a whole different person in a good way. You know, you see them come, like, from a really long way. They've matured, they've developed, you know, they're, you know, either have a fiance or they're getting married or they got married. And they show up as this entirely new person, and it's like, it's really an amazing thing to see. So obviously, you know, you're going to want to catch up with that person and, like, you know, catch the latest scoop. And just, like, you know, see how far they come as a person. And somebody in your life, you know, that's valuable. Someone who means something to you.
So I call it the effect. So everybody... Okay, here's why.
Can you write out that acronym for everyone on the wall so we can see?
Here's what it is, okay? So let's say if you have a nephew and he really didn't do anything, he didn't change or anything, and then you try to have a conversation with him, and then it's just awkward. So that's where the effect comes in, you know? It's like an effect that, like, only affects people who are not, like, around you all the time, right? When somebody's around you and you feel comfortable and you can talk to them, like what we're doing right now, you don't get that effect. But whenever somebody comes from out of state, or, like, not even just out of state, like a person you haven't seen in a while, you go from being like,
someone who's been out of communication,
and then you talk, like, for like 2 minutes, and then you run out of conversations, and you're like, what do I say now? and then you get, like, into
that has happened to me before.
So you have, like, great conversations, and then you have the conversations, which usually tend to happen to people that, like...
Yeah, you'll occasionally you'll have somebody that you know, and they end up going in a direction that is kind of counter to what I was just talking about. So they go the other way. They go the opposite way, that you don't really want to see people go down, where they make really bad choices, and then they end up, you know, treating you a lot differently.
I mean,
it's very interesting. It's a very interesting social dynamic.
Maybe not.
And I have been on the receiving end of that.
Maybe not treating you in a bad way, but maybe it's just because you just have nothing in common. You don't know the person that well. So what is the what is the icebreaker that I always use, and maybe you don't use it? I always go, well, that weather out there is really nice, huh? And then I try to see where the hell that goes from, and then I can establish.
Classic.
So I'll give you a perfect example of a moment. Okay, so the other day I was at my post office. Okay, and I was working, and there's a girl named Laura, which I just can never click with her. The very first thing I say is, "Oh, the weather out there is nice, right?" And then she goes, "Yeah, it's pretty good, yeah." And then after that, conversation just goes dead. Like, it's like such an awkward moment that you're like, what do I say next after this? Usually they don't just say,
shields up.
Yeah.
Shields up. Battle stations.
Yeah. And then like she like I asked her what her name was because I couldn't remember it, and she's like Laura, and I like said some stupid joke of laughing Laura or something. And I'm like, oh, okay, go away. I don't want to see you. So like, and you know, I always try to be nice because I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to be like, you know, the guy who's like, you know, all up in everybody's business. But I also want to make sure that I'm nice and courteous because these are customers. I can't just be like, well, you're not getting anything now, you know. So, and that's the problem with. What are you trying to do over there? Are you trying to grab something?
No, not at all.
Oh, because you were doing this. Okay, but yeah, no. So,
Awkwardly reaching for something? What would I awkwardly be reaching for? I mean,
the pumpkin pie that's dead to me. Okay, but no. Let's see.
I found this though.
Oh, hello, Max. Welcome. Okay, so.
Hey! Welcome to the stream, where we're talking about food.
Yeah, we're talking about food.
And awkward family moments. Awkward family moments.
Ooh. Everybody loves that. Let's see. If you guys have any awkward moments, you know, like I did see Nova, the cotton candy wolf or whatever. He was talking about.
Oh, come on, Shy Guy. You don't suck at conversation, Shy Guy. Shy Guy, you are a cool dude.
They're the third.
You're not awkward.
So, but see, I told you were reaching for something, and you lied to me. Why are you lying to me?
It was a surprise, a Thanksgiving surprise. Were you surprised?
Turkey Thanksgiving good job. Okay, but no. So what else can I? Well, but yeah, because I think what we're gonna do is, it's not even going into the. Okay, it's time to stop. You're ruining the podcast. What are you doing? So,
I'm distracted easily by food.
Okay, what about you, Pro? Have you ever had like an awkward moment during Thanksgiving?
Not really. I mean,
my gosh, Pro, you live a perfect life.
I mean, the occasional, you know, the wine glass spills over and wine goes everywhere and ruins the tablecloth, and
that's not really.
That's a bad one.
Yeah, but it's
that's
not like
awkward. But
that's not really bad though. Like see,
I broke a wine glass. Once. That was a little terrifying and awkward.
That's not like bad though. It's like that's not even like.
I don't know if I'm just maybe because I'm a boring person. I don't know.
Yeah, you're just boring, Bro. What are you talking about? You.
I'm just.
No, I'm kidding.
No, yeah. I mean, for the most part, our Thanksgiving dinners are always usually really pleasant. I mean, there's never really any unpleasantness. That's because we're all on really, really good terms with each other, you know, as a family.
Huh.
It's always really positive energy, you know?
Huh. Boy, wow, your Thanksgiving sound like a church Thanksgiving now, where you go there, and you're like, everything's so peachy key here. As everybody in the back stabbing them, and they go, as soon as they walk out, they're smiling, going, "Oh, that's so great, Pro. I'm so glad that you're happy. Oh, like."
Want a pie?
No, I don't want a damn floor pie. You can't even keep it on the table anymore. It's broken. You broke it. Good for you, Pro. Good for you. But no.
I break everything.
You broke it. You have ruined Thanksgiving, and you'll never get it back. Just working on some questions.
You're welcome, Shy Guy. Any day of the week.
Wow. Yeah, I might as well. Pro Thanksgiving. Bum. Okay. Let's see. I'm just seeing if there's any comments here. When greeting a family. Oh, wait, hold on. He retracted the message. Just. If you guys have any comments,
redacted. Redacted.
He retracted his. No, I'm kidding. So.
Yeah, I mean, you guys totally feel free to throw your hat in the ring with some crazy,
go
funny
ahead.
story or anecdote.
Give us some answers here. You know, or like
give us a funny story that happened to you on Thanksgiving.
or give us some questions. What do you want to know? Like what?
Yeah.
Like we can answer anything, and we'll be happy to answer anything right now. I'm happy. He's happy. We're all happy. So we just need to.
We're
hear
all
from you
happy
guys.
here. We're all fine.
We're
Thank
all
you.
fine.
How are you?
At least the house isn't burning down. I'm just making sure the house isn't
That's a
burning down.
that's a positive, yeah.
That's a positive. My house isn't burning down. Wow, that's actually a positive. Good for you, champ. Wow, that's amazing. Like,
Wow.
wow, I can't believe it. Your house isn't burning down.
Wow.
Like, come on. Like, so when so Thanksgiving this year is obviously going to be a little bit different. Hold on.
Yes, it is.
Wait, unfortunately, Ireland does not do Thanksgiving, I think. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Why don't you do Thanksgiving?
Well, that's
Ireland?
odd.
You're terrible. Like, even Canada did Thanksgiving, and they do everything ass backwards. Okay, let's see. Damn, I'm hungry now. LOL. Well, good. I'm glad that you're hungry.
Hungry? I'm hungry
glad,
too.
I'm glad we here on Pro Fox Talks can make people hungry. The most
We
awkward
make each
thing-
other hungry all the time.
So Nova just typed in the most awkward thing when not seeing a family member for a long time is how greeting them. Like going for a hug. Oh, I get it. Ha ha ha. And they go for a handshake. Oh, that's the worst. You know what's the worst too? You know,
Mm-hmm.
this holiday, like you get the people who like try to fist bump and then you go for a high five.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Like I agree with him. Like a handshake and then you go for a hug. That is a little weird and it's a little awkward too because the person isn't expecting it and they go, oh. So, and luckily they're family, right? You don't go up to a stranger on the street and just randomly hug them, you know.
Why not?
Just imagine if you were in an interview. And
It'd be a fun experiment.
he goes to shake for the hand and you go and hug him and you're like, I don't think we're going to hug you now. Like, I don't know. But this year is going to be so weird, okay? Because right now...
It's going to be a first. It's going to be a first, I think.
And it's stupid, okay? So I can already see Thanksgiving this year. You're going to have the people who overreact and they're like, don't touch me, you might have the corona. And then there's going to be the people who are like, you know, this is Thanksgiving. We're supposed to have a good time. Family, friends, all the other stuff. And then you have the people in the middle who are like looking at both of them going, are you guys both insane? I mean, both insane? What? As you see the you know, as you see the person with the Lysol spray spraying everything down, and then the other person's just like sitting there. It's like, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about it because I cannot think about like wearing a mask at the dinner table. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, how are you gonna eat?
How are you going to?
Are you just gonna like eat through a straw? I mean,
what are you going to do?
I don't know.
Like, are you just?
Yeah.
It's crazy to even think about, and it's like, I'm nervous that this Thanksgiving's going to tear more people apart because of this stupid crap, and I don't even want to know what Christmas is.
It's definitely gonna make for a. It's definitely gonna make a lot more of those awkward moments we were talking about for sure.
Yeah, like what are they gonna do? Like whenever you go for the potato salad or something, you're gonna be grabbing it and then you're gonna be using it and then you're gonna have to like use hand sanitizer like death on end like I don't.
I guess each person at the table could eat behind plexiglass.
Yeah, I mean it. Just do Thanksgiving in VR. Oh, there you go. That's a perfect idea. Oh, I could do that.
That's an idea.
There you go. We could do Thanksgiving.
That's an idea. I mean, we celebrated Halloween. We celebrated Halloween through VR.
Well, I mean, that was kind of like. Did we do?
To be honest, like
we did watch.
Yeah, we did. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah,
It
we
was,
did.
to be honest, it was probably the best Halloween I've had, like,
Yeah,
since
but
I was a little
Thanksgiving
kid.
you can't do that. You can't be going, look at that.
Oh, this imaginary turkey is so good.
Oh, you really outdone yourself, bro. No, like,
Want some virtual pie?
yeah, I would love some virtual pie. As it
How
floats
about a
through the
virtual
table.
turkey?
Oh, yeah, I would love some virtual turkey as it floats above the table. No, come on. You can't be doing that. Like, you can't be like, you can't like have an imaginary Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving just doesn't work.
Until we're in the Matrix. When we figure out the Matrix, then we
Oh,
can
yeah.
probably swing that.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever we figure out the Matrix and we can figure out how like to communicate by, our brains, we're gonna be in living, sickness, ooh, and then
Yeah.
then you'll be waking up one day going, why am I so fat, like, or skinny, whichever one. But like,
Oh, you can just go in your admin settings and change all that, you know.
oh yeah, good thinking, bro. But like, so it's going to be a very like tough year for this year, and like I'm already hearing like people of like basically getting told by the police you can't have Thanksgiving, and it's like I think that's wrong.
Well, yeah, that's what I hate is like you're gonna have somebody like from the government or something showing up knocking on the door saying inspection.
But
You have exactly one more person than you're supposed to. We're closing you down. Cancel Thanksgiving. Like
yeah,
they
like,
just waltz in and just like I don't think
know.
so.
I just think this whole thing is getting like to the point where it's like, okay, we got to stop here. Let's see if we have anybody else here. Meatloaf.
You know, I can
Just
understand
have
being safe and all
holographic-
that, but you
Oh.
just all you
Sorry. Somebody just said have holographic meatloaf, and I find that funny. If you remember what that's
yeah, there you
from.
go. That sounds.
Isn't
What is it?
isn't that from SpongeBob? Or it's from some cartoon, and they were having like the holographic.
It wasn't
meatloaf.
Futurama, was it?
No, what was it? No, I don't think so.
No.
Maybe it was.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it was Futurama.
It sounds
was.
familiar.
It does.
It sounds familiar.
It's either from SpongeBob or Futurama, which they're two different shows. Whatever. So whenever you're like looking at all this stuff, and oh, by the way, guys, if you are liking what you're seeing, can you please press that like button down there, and hit
Yeah,
the
totally.
subscribe button, which would be very nice of you to do.
Every like helps us out.
We definitely need more subscribers so we can get some more chats in here. Yeah. Oh, it was SpongeBob. I was right. Haha. I'm great.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Holographic meatloaf. Yeah. But no, so like whenever like you're having Thanksgiving, it's also one of those times that you get like what's the word? You pass around stuff too. Like I remember like you always get like one relative. And again, I do this. I'm a pig. I'm not going to be lying to everybody else. I put as much mashed potatoes as I can fit on that damn plate, and everything else goes on top of the mashed potatoes. Because I'm fat, okay? News alert, I'm fat. I'm going to eat as much as I possibly can. This is my favorite holiday. And I can't stand it when people like put like a little tiny bit, and you're like, dude, what are you doing?
It's like 1 pea, 2 peas, 3 peas, 4 peas.
You gotta have common courtesy and eat as much as you can, because this person just put 6 or 7 hours of their life that they're never gonna get back just for freaking you to enjoy the damn food. If you're going to be the idiot who like goes, I'm not that hungry, and then like only eat like a little bit, think about it, because this person just put 6 or 7 hours of their life into this damn food. They put their heart and their damn soul, even if it tastes terrible. Like, they put the damn stuff into it. So you have to at least give it a shot. You can't be going, well, I'm on one of those low carb diets. I will just take some turkey and I'll be good. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
That never happened in my house, boy. Like,
Oh, I know.
we start cooking at like 3 in the morning, and then you're just cooking around the clock the whole day, and
It happened once at my house, and it was because, you know, she was an older lady, which I totally understand. If you're old, you really don't eat that much, and I'm fine with that, because that's an excuse within itself. But if you're on like a low carb diet during Thanksgiving, what are you doing with your life? Like, there should
or a vegan.
oh man, those are probably like
One of the
worst.
vegans.
Why would any vegan go to like a Thanksgiving party? I'm here for like the vegan stuff, and you're like, no, I put bacon.
It's like, well,
in
we
the
got
mashed
potatoes. We got some potatoes. Lots of potatoes.
Got potatoes. That's all we got. We got sweet corn. We got all this other stuff. But you know, so I never really understood that logic. Then why don't you like cook like tofu or something? Just eat by yourself, cook yourself some tofu, and
That sounds like such a lonely Thanksgiving.
then
Like,
don't be a vegan in the middle of
it sounds like
Thanksgiving.
so depressing.
You know,
It's
I'm
like,
sorry.
I'm just gonna go eat in the corner and
This
gnaw
is-
around this onion in the corner
This is
while you guys
your-
eat.
This is your life decision. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Because I don't want to be sitting there about to cook a meal or get anybody cooking a meal. Oh, did you hear Deborah is now a vegetarian, so we have to provide a vegetarian option for her. It's like, no. Hell no. She can go eat her own stuff if that's the case. If I ever
We got
do things-
peas, mashed potatoes, and all the corn you can eat.
If I ever do Thanksgiving by myself, or with like friends, like let's say you come over and like a couple other people, and somebody says we have to provide a vegan option, you know what I'm gonna say? No, I'm not doing that. They can go get an Impossible Burger. They can go do something else because I ain't doing that crap. And I don't care if they get pissed off at me. I don't care if anything. I am not going to cook an extra meal just because somebody was like, oh, I'm vegan. I can't eat this. It's like, no. Get the hell out of here. You don't belong in Thanksgiving. Sorry, I just get it. Ugh. So, let's see. Nova sadly left. Imagine a vegan Thanksgiving. Oh, no, I can't imagine that. That sounds
Oh my
terrible.
god, no.
I got
No,
the
no,
tofu.
no, no.
I got the tofu. I've got my veggie burgers. I got all this good stuff here. Veggie turkey. I was like, no.
Instead of turkey, we just have a big pile of lettuce that we can chew on.
Oh God. Oh, that sounds like the worst Thanksgiving. that sounds like a nightmare scenario. No, I can't do that. No. Give me my meat. I gotta have meat. I gotta have meat in my system.
It's like
but-
the human body needs meat in the diet, like, to function.
Yeah, I don't know. Vegans are just like
Unless you're willing to supplement things.
Vegans.
I mean, just my experience has been very negative with them. They've never been a positive influence
Yeah.
in my life, anyway.
Well, I never really like.
They're always so. The ones I knew, they were always miserable. They were always angry. They were always pissed off, like constantly.
Okay,
Like,
and-
everything sucked. Everything was miserable. Like,
And is it
the
just,
world was against them,
Is it just
and
me?
like they were just mad.
Is it just me, or whenever you meet a vegan, they just got to tell you they're a vegan like as soon as possible? Like
Yeah, it's like
it's like,
I don't get it.
oh, hello, how are you today? It's nice to meet you. Oh, just to let you know, I'm vegan. Oh, well, I guess that's good to know. I mean, you don't really need to know this, but you know.
Usually that causes the alarm bells to start ringing with me, and I
So-
immediately
So
become suspicious.
So the alarm bells come, and then you just start running the other way, going, nope! And then you just start running.
Well, I do the old, I think I left something in my car bit, and then I just go out to my car,
And then,
you know,
That never comes
usually drive
out. Well, I
away.
gotta blow my nose, guys.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, my allergies.
Does anyone else have a funny story like that?
I mean, how many people are watching your stream right
Um, one.
now? Oh, well, join the club. I got 2.
Everybody left.
Oh,
Everybody left me.
everybody's gone. We're all.
Oh well.
Let's
I'm
see.
used to being a
They
lone
can't
dog.
eat. They can't eat the pie if it's made out of milk. How sad
Yeah,
is
that's
that?
another thing.
And no. So
That's another thing.
I'm okay, like with vegetarians, because at least vegetarians, they're like, we'll just cut out meat and that's about it. That's all we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're a lot nicer people.
Yeah, vegetarians come to me and it's like, well, I got a Thanksgiving, all this stuff for you, and you can eat it. And then like the vegan comes into the room and you're like, okay, we're not dealing with this. Go away. Go away. Go to your hottie toddy shop and go get a vegan meal, because I ain't gonna be cooking for that crap. So, but
I went to a party once that was hosted by vegans.
oh, that sounds terrible. A party hosted
Yeah.
by vegans.
Yeah, it was pretty depressing.
That does sound depressing.
It was a vegan pizza party.
A vegan pizza party? What the hell? Like,
So nothing was pizza. Well, we had real pizza, thank God, but they had to eat their vegan option and it was pretty bad.
yeah, I don't like anything that has the word vegan option in it. I feel like vegan option should be like banned from the English dictionary. They're,
I think
don't
it's
know.
more of a cult kind of thing, kind of a culty
It's a
thing. I don't know.
cult. Like,
I get those cult kind of vibes.
so if you're a vegan, you like show up in a bathrobe, like 8 times, 8 times a year. We're here to have the vegan meeting, and we are going to be talking about saving the cows. It's like, is that how that goes? Are you sure on that? Are you sure about that?
Today we're gonna learn how to mulch. You have to learn how to mulch and create mulch.
So,
And
well,
you fill your pockets full of old grass and dried leaves and stuff, and then you just let it slowly degrade, and then you have nice mulch.
that sounds very nice, Richard. Very nice. I don't know, but
Thank you. This concludes my presentation.
That's when they really show their skin, and they're just a whole bunch of green plant people.
I knew it. I knew it the whole time. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It was real.
It's real. I'm telling you, it's
They're,
real.
they're the real pod people. They're the real pod people.
So, well, guys, it's actually about that time.
Yep, Shy Guy's still here.
Oh, good job, Shy Guy. But I
Well,
think
at least I got one viewer.
so
Shy Guy's faithful.
So, guys, I think that it's time for us to go. It's about an hour and a half here.
Yeah.
So, guys, here's what I'm
Yeah,
going
it's
to
been
do.
pretty good.
Oh, it's been fantastic. I love doing this. But so what we're going to do is we are going to be having a hashtag. We're gonna have, well, maybe not just a hashtag. Well, I just want to see your photos. So what we're going to do is I want to, well, not just photos. I want you to say what you're thankful about this year, and just tweet at me or Pro. Pro, what's your name? Mine is Hedgehog Goalie.
Mine's just Proto-Modem.
Oh, it's just Protomodem? Okay.
Yep.
So,
Nothing fancy.
either tweet at Protomodem what you are thankful for, or tweet at me, and then what we're going to do is we're going to be having a list of, a list of them, and we're going to be showing them on the show, and we're going to be talking about them. We're also going to be doing other stuff. I think I'm going to come up with a Thanksgiving game. that I think is going to be very fun, and we're going to be talking about what we are
Mhm.
thankful for, obviously. And we're going to have a Thanksgiving game. And if you guys want to watch, it will be on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We decided on Tuesday because I feel like everybody's going to be getting all their stuff together on Wednesday.
Mhm.
So I feel like if we have it on the Tuesday, it'll be a lot better
Mhm.
because we can,
Yeah.
everybody can get ready and then they can be watching our stream right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, get in the
So-
spirit.
Get in the spirit of things. It's always good to get in the spirit of things, especially when right now the spirit's kind of low. No, I'm kidding. So, as always, thank you for watching Pro Fox Talks. And also, too, guys, remember, we will be back. And please like and share this video around with your friends. Let's try to get some more people in here so we can have more conversations and talk more about different things. So,
Yeah.
you're the reason why we
Talk
keep
about
going.
food.
Food. Food's always
Exactly. If it wasn't for you guys, we'd just be sitting here talking to ourselves, and then things would be really awkward and weird.
Yes, and things are already awkward and weird because we're just two furries basically sitting here talking to ourselves. But you know what? It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. And as always, guys, remember, have a dashing night.
And be a pro.
See ya. Thank you for watching the first edition of the Thanksgiving stream, which went pretty good, I think. Yay.
Yes, sirree. I think so.
See you guys
Tuesday,
later.
8 Central.
Tuesday, no, not 8 Central. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time, not Central.
Eastern.
Eastern
Don't listen to
time.
me. I'm just not with it.
Yeah, it's okay. You're good. See you guys later.